Hello everybody, welcome back to ESA Summer 2025. I'm Zonorous. I will be hosting for the next 3 games, which the next one is by my buddy RebelDragon95. Like a Dragon, Gaiden, the man who erased his name. Take it away, friend.
Thank you, Zonorous. Hi guys, welcome to this last minute edition of Like a Dragon, Gaiden. Right, let me just set myself up. Right, so time starts when I press X on this. I'll do my instruction stuff as I'm going through stuff. You ready on tech? All right, cool. I'll go in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so as I said, I'm Rebel. This is Like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name. It's kind of like a mini in-between game that they released between to like fill a gap between Yakuza 6 and Yakuza Like a Dragon. And yeah, we're just gonna be going through a little bit of story stuff. I have to do a tutorial first. Don't worry about it. Give me a second. Turn that off. I didn't even turn off what I need to turn off, and there we go. I have to do the tasks outlined on the sides there, so I'm just gonna quickly do them. Hopefully this guy would punch me. Thank you. And move. There we go. Right, and now I need to do this. There we go. Pick up that. I'm gonna hit people with a cone now. Oh, okay, I did that wrong. Okay, what the hell's happening? There you go. Okay, cool. Jesus. Right, hit that guy with a cone. Hit that guy with a cone. Hit that guy with a cone. Hit both these guys with a cone. There we go. Everyone gets hit with a cone. Gameplay, amazing. Right, so yeah, that's the tutorial. The tutorial in every Yakuza game is just terrible. I say the tutorial. I've got another 2 more I've got to do after this. Well, 3 or 4. There's loads of them in the start of this run. Right, so at the start of chapter 1 here, we're kind of getting a little bit of background stuff. So Kiryu at the end of Yakuza 6 has to kind of go into hiding. And he becomes a secret agent for a group known as the Daidoji. And he becomes known as Juryu. So we nicknamed this Juryu game for obvious memery. But yeah, so we're going to be doing some like certain things for like his like mission-based stuff, but not all of it. We also get like gadgets and certain things throughout the run, which are very like secret agent type. We don't use all of them, but one of them is very broken. This is teaching us about heat moves. I have a little bar underneath my HP. And you can spend that to do moves like this, which do a lot of damage. Okay, I guess I'm going to just pick up a cone. Hit this. Okay, come on, man. There we go. Hit that man with a cone. Yeah, so we can spend the bar to do some damage, or we can use it for going into what's called EX mode, which I will use in a minute, so it'll be easy to show that. Another thing with this one as well is I'm playing with the English dub, because the English dub does save a bit of time. That was an amazing fight, holy moly. But yeah, the English dub saves about 20-30 seconds over playing in Japanese, because there's a cutscene you can skip in English that you can't skip in Japanese. For no reason at all. I don't even know why it's like that. But yeah, we're going to be skipping through a bunch of stuff. The mission here was to, do some stuff on the shipping yard. I can't exactly remember the exact specifics, but, these guys with baseball bats and masks show up and try and beat us up, so we're going to beat them up back. I'm going to buy a couple of attacks.
Let's go.
And I'm going to try and pick up a baseball bat and smack that guy. Smack those 2. Smack that guy. Hit that guy. We're gonna go over here. Smack that guy. These 2 guys are gonna... Okay. There we go. Okay. Can you move, please? Thank you. There we go. Gameplay. But yeah, so we just grab a baseball bat and try and hit those guys as fast as we can. There's another fight we got to quickly do here. We're going to use EX mode for that, and Agent's regular attacks that I've been having to use are kind of like really, really bad. But the EX attacks are insanely good. So we're going to run over here behind this Mashman A. We're going to spin kick him. And another like small optimization you can do in this in the engine of this is when you get to the end of your combos, you can dodge out of stuff as long as you're locked onto an enemy. So we're going to do that. Oh, I missed my kick. Oh. Bro down. But yeah, so that one there is just deal with them before it gets too out of hand. So yeah, that's the end of that mission. So during that time, we kind of stopped the, the kidnapping that was going to happen. Because those guys were there to, kidnap someone and beat us up. Right. So now we are going to make a... Oh, wait, no. What? Bro, I'm so lost in this story because I only got asked to do this like 2 hours ago. Someone did... Yeah. Our boss got kidnapped. Don't worry about that. We're going to get him back. This game now tutorializes us on random encounters, but yeah, we can just run past the tutorial one. So the area that I ran into in these games we know as an area trigger. So any area trigger that you run into which starts a story section or a story cutscene or a cutscene in general, because sometimes some sub-stories and side quest things have it, will cancel out any fight that's chasing you or any fight that you are you are in at that time. Right, this kid's lost his ball in the tree, so we're gonna get it back for him. There you go, and she gives us drugs for doing that. Right, we're gonna go into the adult shop now because I need to buy a cheeky pair of underwear. Remember to put your underwear on. Alright. Now I've got that on, my attack gets a slight buff from having my underwear on. It's very important. Right, this fight is pretty simple. We're going to run, grab the bench. We're going to start swinging. And just, smack him with the big bench. Right. So now that we've done that, we're going to skip through a couple of other cutscenes, and we have another couple of fights we need to do. This time they're the mysterious men. So we're going to grab the police baton here, or the traffic wand, and hit as many guys as we can. Try not to get smacked with the baseball bat. Oh, lovely. That's fine. Okay, can I target that guy, please? Thank you. Strike that guy. Hit that guy. Alright, cool. That was pretty good. Alright, so that fight there is just, grab a couple of weapons and smack them as hard as you can. The next fight is with the happily named man in a suit.
Figured as much. That's the Dragon of Dojima for you.
So, man in a suit, the happily named. Right, so now we're going to enter extreme heat and we're going to kick him a few times. So I'm trying to push him forward a little bit because there's an item here that I want to grab when he gets to his second phase. Now he's going to take this iron pipe to the face. Alright, now he has to stand up again because I have to get a tutorial for this now. So this is a mortal attack. And mortal attacks, you can notice them when the enemies start glowing with like red electricity, and then you can then dodge as they do the attack and get a punish on them. It was a mechanic they introduced in one of the spin-off games, Lost Judgment. Right, this is the man in a something mask. I forget what it says. Hana mask. That's it. Hanya mask. Right, we're just gonna go grab a cone, and hope to God this guy doesn't like body us too hard. Okay, cool. Very solid. Cone beats man in mask. Right. So now that we've done that, we get another tutorial. We're not done with tutorials yet. Right, so now we get tutorialized on using the other style, the Yakuza style. So this is like Kiryu's like original fighting style. So we need to do a couple of charge attacks. Okay, cool. That's fine. He did that early. That's kind of annoying, but... So this is the juggle. If you hit enemies with the right attacks, you can juggle them. Okay, cool. Now that we've done that, we're going to go grab this cone from over here. Pick up said cone. He usually comes and attacks anyway. Dodge out of the way. Cone. 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 Cone work. Cone doing work. That's a pretty good fight. That guy's name is Shishido. He'll become more important as the story goes on. But right now, we just have to beat him up. Right. There we go. Right, now, during all that commotion, of course the police showed up because someone rammed into the side of us in their car. And, you know, we got into a fight in the streets. So, yeah, we got to get away from the police now. So, we're just going to be running through some triggers and running past some enemies. So, Zonorous, if you've got anything you want to say, feel free. They might be having trouble over there. All right, I guess I'll talk again for a minute. Right, we got to go to the convenience store because that's the only way we can get away from the police, obviously. Hello? I can hear Zonorous. Oh, well, Zonorous is dead for the time being. Yeah, there's no proof that Zonorous is real over there. 07. Just ignore the fact I brought 10 bottles of sake there, actually. Don't worry about that. Right, now, so... As I said, Kiryu's boss has been kidnapped, so we're going to rebel against the agency, because usually in the agency, if someone gets kidnapped, they get left behind, but Kiryu doesn't play by their rules, so we're going to try and break out the base in order to, you know, go rescue him. So we got like a set piece we got to go. So anytime there's like a long string of fights where we don't get really much chance to run around in the cities in this game, we call that a set piece. Because they're kind of like, you know, the big events. So this is the big event at the end of chapter 1. Here we go. So we're going to run around here. We're going to grab this table. We're going to swing it around. Hit as many people as possible with this table. Pop into Agent. Open this door. We're going to grab a couple of items here. We want that and that. Right, I'm going to hit this door. On the way, I'm going to chug a couple bottles of sake. Don't worry about that. I'm going to use EX mode. So there's a lot of guys here, and EX mode is very good at dealing with crowds. So whenever you get to the end of a combo, you can just cancel out of it by spinning. There you go. We're going to get that. We're going to... Okay, guy has a knife. Calm down, guy with knife. Okay. There we go. There's one more guy I need to deal with. Where is he? There he is. There we go. Right, cool. This is just a guy. He has a name. It'll pop up in a second, but I just call him Umbrella Man. He has an umbrella with like a shotgun in it, which electrifies you. Don't worry about it. We're just going to hit him with a police baton a couple of times. Right. Okay. Right, we're going to run into this room. The guy's going to say an extremely rude thing to us, and we're going to punch him for it.
Don't think so, dickhead. You ain't getting around us.
Oh god, I was not doing what I wanted to do there. I was trying to charge a different attack, and I was like just not doing anything apparently. Right, so these guys says we're going to grab this table, we're going to swing it, we're going to try and hit a couple of them, not all of them, because we want to make sure there is a guy here with a police baton, because we want to grab it. We're going to hit the door with the police baton. This guy here comes out of actual nowhere, because he is not there. Right, we're going to drop the knife for us, not the knife, the baton for a second. That was a perfect combo on that guy. Alright, I'm going to hit the door with the baton. Alright, run through here. Hit this door. Right, this guy has like a Beyblade arm that shoots discs at us, so we're going to try not to get hit by them. The best way to avoid getting hit by them is to run up to him with the police baton and just whack him with it. Hang on, don't worry. Don't move out of the way. You. Oh god.
Let's go.
Okay, there he is. Right, punch that guy. Fill up my heat. Go back into Agent. Right, we've got one more fight here. There's a guy with a gun and a bunch of ads. In most general cases, in most Yakuza games, there's like a hierarchy of like when we deal with specific enemies. In this case, even though this guy has a gun and that's usually priority number 1, it's better to use our EX mode here to deal with all the additional like agent with different letters than it is to go fully in on the boss. Okay, can I like actually hit the guy on the ground, please? Can you like, there we go, smack that guy. He's going to take a couple of hits and then he's going to start charging up his heat action, so that'll be useful. Okay, that's...
You're nothing.
Okay. Can I pick up mine, please? Thank you. Okay, cool. This isn't going to work now. Okay. That just did not work, but don't worry, the bro down is fine. Right, cool. So that's the end of chapter 1. That was a pretty poop chapter 1, because chapter 1 is basically like full of stuff. But yeah, that's it for chapter 1. Then we go into chapter 2, which is this game's like big bulk chapter. There's a lot of stuff that happens in it. Right. So the start of chapter 1, as we said, we kind of went a little bit rogue from the secret agency. So we're going to gonna go around and do our own kind of thing for a little bit while we look for our boss that got kidnapped. Trying to skip some cutscenes. There we go. Right. So on top of this sign here, there is a gold plate. We need that for selling in a second. Right, we're gonna pop into Ebisu Pawn.
Welcome in.
Welcome in. Sell that.
Thank.
Right, we're gonna buy that and that.
Thank.
Upgrade the pack. Take off our underwear because we no longer need it. Put on a different underwear type. Right, we're gonna grab this. This is a Standman XX. It's just for safety reasons. You sometimes need it, you sometimes don't. Golden plate up there. We're gonna talk to this homeless bloke because, of course, in a Yakuza game, you talk to the homeless to work out what you've got to do. And we got to go here. So in this game, you can taxi from the menu. It basically opens up the entire like world for us immediately. So you can basically fast travel to anywhere you need to go. So map movement is very quick in this.
Here we go.
If that didn't exist, then we would spend forever moving around the map. Can you like not fly far away from me, please? Thank you. Thank you. Oh, knife guy. Alright, there we go. Alright, now we've beaten up the thugs. We now meet Akame, who is this game's kind of quest giver and side story provider. She's kind of this game's kind of side content bulk. We do need to do a bit of stuff with her to progress the story, because we need to have a certain level of her like network thing to progress the story. So we're gonna rest up. Alright, so now that we are well rested, we're just going to try and walk out, because that's what Joryu kind of does. But she's like, what the hell are you doing? You got to do this for me now. And we're like, oh, okay, guess we're doing it. We got to go here. Right, I've just got to punch some guys. So, Zonorous, have you come back to the world of the living? No? 07? 07? 07? I can hear Zonorous fine in my ear, so I guess I'm just getting private readings now. Oh no, that's even worse. What's even worse is I'm responding to my imagination now. Yeah, we lost him. Yeah. Surely. Right, so now that I've punched those guys, they were like welfare thieves. Don't worry about that. They were like taking homeless people to like lifts and like locking them in. Lifts, sorry, flats. God, that would have been even worse if they were on like one singular lift. But yeah, they are taking them to flats over here and locking them in. So we're going to beat them up and go, you can't do that anymore. Not allowed.
What's this?
And usually there's a couple of guys left here, and they either go down quickly or you have to like wait for them to not be doing something. All right, that was pretty good. If you get really lucky there, you can do all that during the during your EX mode, and that's incredibly useful if that happens, but it doesn't always. Right, this is tutorializing us on Akame Network now. Akame Network's pretty base. We get a bunch of money and stuff for doing it, so it's actually really useful. So we're going to go to the park, because there's a couple of tasks we can do here to complete this section of it. We have to get to level 3. So we can give this guy a bottle of sake. Luckily, luckily I happened to buy 10 at the start of in chapter 1. Oh, just in case I needed them. Right, now we're going to give the guy a pork bento. Is why I picked up the single bento. And that's all we need for right now. Bento gaming. Right, so now we've done that, we're going to go back to Akame's. So we get a faster way of going back to Akame's later on. It saves approximately like 4 seconds, 4.5. I think it's 4.5. I don't remember. Yeah, she should be. Alright, we're just going to do this. She's going to ask us to go to the Cabaret Club now. Because apparently there's some sketchy stuff happening over there. So, as per my tradition with doing this run, I'm going to give a shout out to my friend at home, my friend James. We are going to do a skip that is right up his alley. In the community, we call this case on foot skip, because as soon as you see her feet, you just leave. Right, and there we go. Right. So, now that we've done that, we're going to go back to report to Akame. We actually get a bunch of money for doing this. So, the reason why doing a lot of the quests actually isn't that annoying, especially in the run, we get a bunch of money for doing it, and in this game, upgrades cost money. So, you need a lot of money to do stuff, and rather than running around the world collecting items and stuff for money, doing this for money is way more worth it. We get 100 for that. 100,000 yen, just insane in the pocket. Right, now we're going to... She asks us to head to this guy's shop, but we're going to go accept a request real quick. And we've got a few items we're going to go around the world and grab. So we're going to go back here again. I'll run over here. If you've played Yakuza 2, you know, I think her name's Etsuko. Yeah, she appears in that cutscene and starts kind of following us around now. So we're just going to go do some cutscenes and we get some free money at the end of it. We're going to pick up this item here. That's a locker key. Locker keys in the Yakuza games are pretty normal. They're like keys that are all over the place. So you find them, put them in a locker, you get a free item out of it. There's a platinum plate, free 300k money just on the floor. Can I get around the child, please? Actually, god damn, that hitbox must have been like insane. Oh, now I have to fight these guys. Okay. Oh, Jesus, guys, calm down. Go. Damn, that's kind of unlucky I got caught there, but that's fine. That's not that much. I'll probably get a bit of money from that as well. 10,000, that's not bad. I need to pick this up now. Run over here. Oh, hang on a second. That is not fair. Second one? Okay, let's try and... Okay, I've got around it. Wipe sweat. This is not an area trigger, so I wouldn't have been able to despawn it using the cutscene. Alright, we've got another platinum plate there. We're going to go here now. Alright. Go over here. We're going to coin locker. We want... That's the Tyranno maximum. That will give us max heat when we need it. That's the bloody binding. So... Can something in this game when it comes to how we build. Eventually, we kind of had to root out doing attack upgrades, and okay, give me a second. Now we do. And now we spend all of our time buying items that give us attack but tank our defense. Despite playing on the easiest difficulty, there is a fight later on, a couple of fights where if I do get into a sticky situation, there is a high chance I could die. But I'll play kind of careful in those situations, or I'll be like hyper aggressive and not have to worry about it. I'll decide about that when I get to it. It'll be a full YOLO moment at that point. Right, you're gonna hit this guy with a sign. Oh. Okay, that's... Oh, I didn't put the... Did I put the bloody binding on? Yeah, I did. Okay, I'll worry about my attack in a second, don't...
Of course. Let's talk.
Okay, run over here. Grab that. Alright. I know exactly what I've done. I am dumb. I do this every time. I always forget about this. There's a cutscene I haven't seen. It's fine. There's a cutscene right here I need to trigger. That's where my money's gone. All right, now that I've watched that cutscene, I'm gonna get a nice 300k just in my pocket. Now I can upgrade my attack, which is what I needed to do. There we go. That's why I was confused. And now I can go to the park and continue as if I've done nothing more. All right. Luckily, taxiing in this a couple of extra times actually doesn't affect our money route in the slightest. So that's actually fine. Oh, what the hell am I doing? Get around that guy in the green. We're going to talk to this lady here, the guy at the woman at the tobacco stand, and she's going to give us grenades, essentially. That's the only way to describe it. Yeah, she'll give us cigarette-shaped grenades.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got someone just going, yeah, in my ear. Right. I'm going to go to Ebisu Pawn now. So basically, if I don't go to Ebisu Pawn now, essentially, there's a fight that gets put on top of it that you'd have to do if you don't go now. So I go now to make sure I get all my money early. Right. Now we've got to go around here. We've got to talk to Akame again. Alright. Around here. And we're going to go to castle. Alright, cool. So the castle's like the big casino, like Colosseum area of this game. So we're going to do a little bit of stuff here. We're going to grab an item that's going to give us some more attack, but also tank our defense, because why wouldn't it? Like, what else are we doing with our life here? Right, we're going to run through this door. Something else about this engine as well. You want to open doors from the middle. You save about a second if you open a door from the middle. If you open it from either side, I will cringe, because you lose a second. Going to buy the gruesome chainmail. Going to upgrade abilities. We're going to buy 2 of these. Essence of Face Stomp. And quick step strike. Please continue with the menu. There we go. Cringe. Right, so we're going to run past these guys. We're going to go up here. Right, so now we're in the Colosseum. We get asked to partake in some fights. We need to get some information and stuff, so partaking in the fights is the only way to do so. Don't mind me chugging some sake before going into a Colosseum fight. So the gimmick of the Colosseum fights is they are kind of like references or kind of people dressed up as other characters from like the series. Now we're gonna kick that guy, and this will just kill him. So yeah, bro's out. 07. That's Essence of Face Stomp. Essence of Face Stomp gets used a couple of times. It's mostly for this part because it just speeds it up like massively. And it's also very easy to do. You just kind of sprint and then hit him. This is the Kiryu-ish fighter, or Kiryu-esque man. Right, time to kick this man in the face. That was a pretty good fight. Alright, you have a bunch of like guys with you that help you out there. They're all useless. They honestly get in your way more than helps. This is the Ryuji Goda question mark. So we're gonna just kick him a few times. He's gonna, you know, summon his chain, as one does, just as they throw their katana at someone. Right, so now we've been dropped on the floor. There's a couple of tigers here. Yeah, we have to fight some tigers. This is just normal Yakuza nonsense. So we're going to grab the katana because it's our closest weapon. I'm not even going to acknowledge the pink mask that Kiryu is wearing either. We're just going to act like that is normal. So we're going to stab Cream and Sugar. Stab him a few more times to get some more meter while they're already knocked out. Right, now he's going to, you know, roar and try and be all tough, but we're just going to murder him now. There you go. Bro's out. Right, so that is the Coliseum fights for now, because we have to come back here a little bit later and do some more stuff, but it's not needed for a minute here. Right. Does stuff work now? Can you speak? Can you be heard to the world?
Hello, hello. Oh, yeah.
Let's go!
Shout out to Tech for fixing things. Turns out Sonaris is not a figment of Rebel Dragon's imagination. Yeah, hello everybody. We have 2 cool donations here that have been cooking a bit because, you know,
Bro's been out of commission.
we got $10 from To Whom It May Concern saying, glad to see ESA coming back. And we got $5 from AJ Ellis X with a comment that I can't agree more, just saying, gameplay.
Gameplay. Right, so now we're going to go into another set piece where we go into this like building. Right, we're going to just skip some cutscenes. I'm ready. This is the Watase family stuff, so we're going to... This is EX Firefly. There you go. The EX Firefly kind of just explodes all over everything, and we're just going to use it for the rest of the run. It didn't kill these 2 guys. I'm going to keep saying kill because I'm just so used to saying that for other games, but you know, as per the meme, Kazuma Kiryu has never killed anyone. Alright, this guy is just relaxing and he's like, oh, now I have to fight him.
Living up to your reputation. But this is where it ends, pal.
Right. Run up here, grab a stool, hit him a couple times with the stool. He's going to go into EX charge. We're just going to smack him with a heat move. Bro is down. Now we're going to do that. Run around here. There's 3 regular dudes here. Grab a table. We're just going to swing a table.
Let's go.
Why is everyone wearing a suit in this game?
Dude, everyone's got to be dapper, bro. Everyone's got to be dripped. See, even this guy who's trying to unwanted grab me. Right, we're going to step to the side here, use EX action. We need to hit him a couple of times. He's going to go EX charge. Now we're going to smack him with this. Oh my god, bro, what are you doing? Right, now we need to hit some furniture because we need some heat back. There you go.
Let's go.
Alright, we're gonna run over here. Another EX Firefly.
Enjoy. Here we go.
There we go. Oh, bro, dude, they were still ragdolling. That is wild. One of the like quirks of the Dragon engine, which is the engine that this game runs in, is ragdolling is amazingly like over-exaggerated, and bodies will just fly everywhere. Don't worry, we're just going to pick up a table and smack this guy with a crowbar. All right, there he goes. There you go. Grab some heat from that. All right, we're going to run around here. Right, before I go through the next door, I'm going to grab this umbrella stand and hit the door with it. This cutscene will play. I don't have the umbrella stand, but when the cutscene ends, I'll have the umbrella stand because, you know, that makes all the sense. So this guy's got a gun and he failed to shoot me like 7 times because that's just classic Yakuza.
This is as far as you go.
Right, we're going to walk towards him and just do the standard. We're going to hit him twice with the heavy attack. There he goes, he's out. Change into agent because we need it in a second. Heal up our heat because we need all the heat we can get for this next part. Grab the replacement that we just used. And here we go, through this door. Right, so this is the boss fight with Saruno. He's going to grab like a saw and try and hit us with it. So we're just going to, you know, we're just going to not be down for that. So at the start of this fight, we're going to be using a EX Firefly, as we've been doing throughout this, because Saruno has like a few ads with him, and we want to get rid of them as soon as possible, because a kind of unfortunate quirk of EX's attacks is that even if you're locked onto an enemy, if there are other enemies nearby, it might like wildly go in different directions and not go where you want it to go. So ideally, we just want the only thing to be the one enemy that's near us, or we can like go end up in wild directions. So we're going to do that, and if we hit the wall with this, it's going to explode immediately and get rid of everyone. 2 of them survived. That is insane. Now I'm going to have loads of issues here, but we'll make it up as I go along, like usual. Right, so we're just going to watch our amazing man here get away with absolute, like, insane stuff here. Like, he blocks this bar with his hands. That bar would be hot the entire way down it. But, you know, bro's hands are, like, insanely, insanely built. Alright, we're just going to kick this man a few times. Try to... There we go. Okay, that was weirdly alright at the end there. Despite there being... Nice cartwheel. Weirdly alright there. Alright. Right, we got a little bit of a... we can't immediately fast travel here because the game wants us to go to a different area to watch a cutscene. So we're going to run over here. We're going to grab this item. We'll grab that just in case I need it. And we're going to go over here. So this is the tutorial for the, you know, world famous Yakuza Pocket Circuit racing. Everyone's favorite part of these games, a 50-year-old man getting upset at losing toy cars. But we're not going to play any of it, unfortunately, because it's not required. Alright, now that we've unlocked that, we can now fast travel again. So we're going to go back to Akame and, you know, report our situation. But we actually need to go back to the big boat again, the casino boat, whatever it's called, the castle. Right, we're going to go around here, go around here. Oh, yeah, we need to go see Missouri first. Alright, we're going to go here. Because we need to buy another thing first. Right, I'm going to quickly grab the locker key.
Alright.
It's another Tyrant Maximum. I'm going to run over here. Around here. Right, so Missouri's little shop thing is at the back here. He sells items and gives you like specific things. He's going to give us Serpent, which is jet propulsion boots, because, you know, Yakuza moment. Then we're going to buy the bloody ring. Not a common network. Put the bloody ring on. So as you can see, our defense is even more tanked because, you know, we want max damage. Alright, back around here again. You know, the old classic. Just go back the same way you came. Because we need to go somewhere else now. Alright, we're going to go around here. Talk to Akame.
Who are you?
Go to castle. Right, we're going to get tutorialized on this game's customization system now. So you can customize your Kiryu or Joryu in this game if you so want to. He's got loads of different things. You can put clown makeup on him and everything. It's got everything that you'd possibly want. The only thing with it is, if you end it too early, you soft lock. I had to wait for the screen to like turn black and then Kiryu to come back. If you leave too early, the camera goes underneath the floor and gets stuck, and you soft lock, and you're like, wow, I'm 40 minutes into a run. Alright, now we've done that, we're going around here, we're going to grab that item there, that's a refreshment of the Sky King, just in case we need it, but it's a free item, so we may as well grab it. Right, so the whole reason to go to Missouri's is he was saying, he told us that people, he said somebody had stolen some of his tech. Yeah. So we're entering the Coliseum to try and work out who's stolen the tech. So we're going to fight this guy. This is Hammerhead with his nice pompadour. Don't mind the sakes I drank. I should mention when you are drunk, you gain gain more heat back, which is why I drank some sake before I kicked this man. He does a nice front flip there as well, while flying backwards. All right, now this game's gonna give me a silver tiger, which is means I'm a silver member now. In order to proceed through Chapter 3, we need to be a gold member, but we're going to sort that out in a minute. It's pretty simple. Yes. So first thing we need to do is hear that man say yes, of course, and then we're going to grab a couple of guys here. So this is this game's kind of clan battle mode where we collect people and do massive horde fights. Walk around the bunny girl, talk to the businessman, talk to the redhead, act like we need him. Skip every type of cutscene imaginable. I'm gonna run back. Return to the Coliseum. Alright, so now the game's gonna be like, yo, time for your tutorial on big fights. We're gonna skip that.
Jory-san, ready for this?
Here we go. Right, we're going to do our usual. We're just going to throw cigarettes and explode them. So I'm going to try aim it to be as optimal as possible. Oh, that was insane. There's only one guy left. If that guy had moved towards us, it actually would have been just 2 cigarettes, which is actually amazing for that fight. Right. Don't mind this part here. I'm going to get 3 DLC characters that we're not going to use. Shh. They weren't there. Right. So now we need to do a couple of the rumbles because we need to make sure we have enough points in the Coliseum to get gold. Kick these guys a few times. There we go. If you get lucky, all those ads like just drop over, and you've only got to deal with the guy with 2 HP bars. Because unfortunately, as good as the cigarette bombs are, they don't deal as much damage as you want on guys with multiple HP bars. Oh, really? He blocked it? There you go. If you get lucky on that one, they all just fall over, and you're like, yes, let's go. Yes, we did it.
You're small.
Alright. Cool, now we're done with that. We don't need to do anything more in the Coliseum. That's all you have to do. So we can just leave now. Alright, we've got to return to Sotenbori now, which means we've got a bit of walking we've got to do. So, Zona, has she got any messages?
The ultimate timing, I was just about to ask. Yeah, I want to remind everybody that, you know, despite all the silly, funny goofiness here going on this game, we're still raising money for Alzheimer Fountain, which is currently at $2,814. And whenever you do donate, there's a bunch of very cool targets and polls that you can put your money towards. For example, the last 2 donations we got went towards Mort the Chicken. We have a bunch of cool stuff there. For example, we have an enable cutscenes for a collective of 100, which is currently at 5. And we have bonus levels, which we currently have $10 out of 100. And if you don't know Mort the Chicken, it's a Omega super silly game, so you definitely want to see the cutscenes and the bonus level. But we also got a lot of other cool stuff coming up. For example, we got a glitch exhibition in Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim. We got Halo Infinite upgrade to legendary difficulty. So you can see there's a bunch of very, very awesome stuff that you can put your money towards if you decide to do donate. And, you know, we're very close to that 3,000 mark, so please keep your donations coming. And with that, back to you, Rebel.
Thank you. Right, so we just had to go see Missouri there again, and now we're going to go to the Daidoji's like hideout here in Sotenbori, because we've been asked to go back there. Because since catching Saruno, the guy we beat up who tried to hit us with the hot metal rod. He's been being tortured and being interrogated, and you know, we don't really like that apparently. So we're gonna try and like fight back against the establishment of the Daidoji. Right. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to throw a cigarette bomb at the wall.
Smoking. How about this? Yeah, let's go.
Hit this man with a table. I just try and hit this man because he's going to be annoying now. Okay, cool. Hit him with the police baton. Those jet propulsion boots are Serpent, don't worry. We'll make good use of them like in a later chapter. Because they're very, very good at destroying like furniture and things for heat. Oh yeah, that's the end of chapter 2, by the way. That's the chapter 2 is just massive in this game. Right, you're on chapter 3 now out of 5. So there's a few things we've got to do in this chapter. It's not kind of over with the run kind of setup stuff here. We need to do some setup to get Akame's like rank to 10. We've already done the first part of the setup where we have to be gold ranked. But she won't give us the gold rank like Tiger until we've got her network level to 10. So we're gonna... So now, instead of going back to the streets and running around, I can teleport to the castle, then use the castle, so like the castle and Akame here to teleport back to Akame's apartment, which saved about 4.5 seconds according to what Big No timed, and I trust him with every fiber of my being with that. And now we're going to skip a few cutscenes. We're going to... Oh, we've already rested. Now we're going to get some money, because every rank you get, she gives you some money. So we're going to accept this job here. We're going to accept this job here. I don't know why the first job I selected doesn't have a like a little animation like that one does. Like the rest of them have like this little animation with like a little jingle. Forward again, talk to her again. So we can accept multiple at the same time, which is useful because Golden Samurai is basically like a guy, like a dude that just walks around with a ton of HP bars. So we're just gonna hope to God he appears here, and if he does, we get a free 500k. And he is over here. Here is bro. He's Golden Samurai. There he is. If he doesn't appear here, it kind of gets a bit sketchy. You want him to appear like as early as possible, so you can just get rid of him. All right, there we go.
Have a little rest.
Have a little rest. And then yeah, we get 500,000 just for beating up that man. Right, so now we're going to go around here. So one of the other tasks we have to do is the strongest convenience store worker, which is this man here. So we're just going to beat up his boss first. His manager is just being annoying, so we're going to kick him first. Yeah. And then he's like, no, you have to fight me now. And I'm like, oh, okay. So we're just going to go for a juggle. Bro stands no chance if you get that right. If you get that wrong, he just kind of rolls around and is annoying to hit. So the whole reason why we do that guy first, we didn't used to, is you get enough points to buy an attack upgrade now, which makes the next little bit a bit faster. No, we're going to the park, please. Because we've got to fight a homeless man. It just sounds awful when you say it out loud. But yeah, he's going to try and hit us with an iron pipe, so, you know, it's got to be justified. Because he's like, do you want to have a little fight? And then you're like, yeah, sure.
Here we go.
Bro does not stand a chance against our high attack. And now we recruit him to our team. But we never need him for the team stuff, it's just for the points. Right, we've got one more task we got to do. So we got to go to the Smile Burger, which is like the burger place, the takeaway burger joint. So we're going to run past here. That's the fight I mentioned earlier. If you don't go to Ebisu Pawn at the right time, there's a fight that just spawns there and you have to deal with them before you can go in there.
Yeah.
So this guy here is using like a chat GPT thing to like make decisions for him. One of which is talking to a girl. And the whole gimmick of this run around is that both the girl and the guy are using the same like AI chatbot thing to try and talk to each other. Alright, so I might have to deal with this fight. I'm going to have to deal with this fight. Because I'm not going to be able to avoid it. No, we're just going to...
Lights out. How about this?
just caused an explosion in the middle of Sotenbori. It's fine, don't worry about it. Never punished for setting off explosives in the middle of a street. Right, this is the Street Thug. We're just going to go into EX mode and kick him. There you go. Bro has been kicked. And because obviously we started kicking this guy, it scared off the kid that we're trying to help. Now we've got to chase him, so we've got to go over here. Run around here. And this is him and the girl we're trying to talk to. And then I don't remember what he says in the cutscene, but it ends up in us having to punch him, like most things do in the Yakuza games.
Yeah, how about this?
And we just kind of 3-tap him, and then he falls over. 07. And yeah, that's basically us done with side content in terms of like what we need to do. Right, so we're going to do the quick warp back using the castle again. And we got like a few cutscenes we got to go through with Akame. We got to go on a quick date with the redhead, which is, you know, pretty pog. So Zonorous, do you have anything you want to say while I'm skipping some cutscenes and bashing through text?
Yeah.
That is indeed pretty pog. Yeah, we got a pretty generous donation here. We got $72 by a username, which I'm probably going to butcher, but I'm trying anyway. So it's saying 72 by Aozoran no Kiseki. Terribly sorry if that was absolutely wrong. But the message is, just loving watching the speedrun. Let's go, Joryu! And they're putting their money towards Metaphor Refantasio, the language choice to English, and the glitch exhibition of Skyrim later. So thank you very much for that generous donation.
Alright, cool. We've now bought all the abilities we need for the rest of the game now. We don't need any more attack upgrades because our attack is basically high enough to deal with everything we need to at this point with the amount we have and our equipment. I brought Ultimate Essence, which is a really powerful heat action, which we're going to get a lot of use out of because it's incredibly broken. What am I doing? There we go. Right, so this is kind of a point of no return for this chapter. We can't return to the castle for a while. We're going to just move over a little bit. We're going to...
Here we go.
Just hit him with my entire body there. Right, so now we've done that first part. So this starts like an entire set piece sequence where we're going to run between a few fights. So the whole gimmick is we have to escape from the boat essentially because there's a dude, like the guy that runs the boat, doesn't want us to escape, so we want to escape. Goodbye, man. Right, and as you can see, cigarettes are continue to be one of the best options we have for crowd control. So we're going to run up these stairs, coming up to a quick little fight. There's two guys with guns here. We're just going to
Let's go.
tackle them both. We have a little unskippable cutscene here. You can't skip this cutscene because it is unskippable, unfortunately. I would also like to use this time to, you know, place the reminder that Kazuma Kiryu has never killed anyone and does not kill anyone before we watch what happens here. None of those guys are dead, obviously.
As we know, guns don't kill people.
Guns don't kill people. The person does, obviously. Alright, these guys are... Try and do that. We're just going to go into EX and kick them. How did I just fly over him like that? Right. Yes. Yeah. We'll take that door opening. I don't know what happened there. Right. So when you're going alongside things like this, it's actually faster to just tap the direction you want to go into. It actually took us, I think, a worryingly long amount of time to realize this is faster in the Dragon engine in every instance. And it saves a lot of time in some of the games where you do it a lot.
Yeah, let's go.
Classic barrel. We're going to grab a barrel, just hit them with big barrel.
Have a little rest.
Gonna run around here, go down the ladder. I'm going to do another shimmy here, but this time I'm going to position the camera behind me and tap forward. Just watch my man shimmy, because in this position, for whatever reason, he just doesn't really do well when you do it from the side, or in my experience, he doesn't do that too well. Climb up this ladder. Through this door. There's a double door here from the middle. Ah, rip. Lost a second. I'm going to walk off this ledge so I don't roll. Slide down this ladder. Right, there's another group fight we've got to do here, so as you can imagine, we're about to throw a cigarette.
How about this?
Can I get my down input, please? Thank you. Throw this. There we go. Hit the guy in the mask, because he's going to be annoying otherwise. Okay. Why is he all the way over here? Bruh. Just a man without a shirt on, just on the other edge of the planet, being like, yo, I'm over here, don't worry about me. I just reminded that Kiryu also has a gadget that lets him grapple onto stuff. There's a spider. You only ever use it at the very beginning of the run. I don't think I mentioned it, but yeah. You have like a grappling hook thing. Right, so we're running through the back entrance of this big boat. This is a big boat. Don't mind the girl having a smoke break there. Oh, these girls having their break. We're going to skip the fade out for the lift. Run through this door. There's so many doors you've got to go through in this part.
He's
He's here.
Ready for this? This is perfect.
For a cigarette. There we go. 2 guys at the end because they didn't. Okay. Can I hit him, please? Thank you.
Have a little rest.
Right, can I open this door from the middle? Insane, I did it. I saved 1 second. Let's go. Right, this is another unskippable cutscene. Shout outs to Mad Howling Mike, who loves this cutscene. There's just a bunch of guys inside this clown mask, and there's no real context. This is just, you just have to accept that it's a thing. There's a guy in his underwear with a sledgehammer. You just have to accept it. You just have to go with it.
Let's time it.
I'll throw another cigarette. And hit this guy. One good thing about that guy is he doesn't get knocked over, so you actually get like full use of your like combos there. Alright, so this is the boss of chapter 3. This is Homari Nishitani III. So we're just going to go into Yakuza style, go into EX mode, walk forward, use Ultimate Essence. This move here is amazing. It's insane, it does so much. So any chance you get to use it on stuff, you kind of can. Oh, I should also put a flashbang warning for this fight. Any fight with Nishitani involved, there's a flashbang warning because he likes to throw a flash grenade at some part of the fight. So after this cutscene, he'll throw one. I'm just waiting because there's a QTE that I need to pay attention to. It's the first QTE that comes up in one of these cutscenes in this entire run. And it just catches you by surprise if you're not careful. Alright, bro gets hit. Oh, now we're going to find where he goes. There you go. He did throw the grenade, so there will be a flash after this. It should flash in slow motion, which is pretty cool. There it is. But it also rings your ear as well. I do forget that. Right, and that's the end of chapter 3. Right, so chapter 4 is kind of like nowhere near as long. Chapter 4 is mostly like running around and doing a few things. Mostly spending way too much money. Because we steal a bunch of money from this man. Because of course we do. What else are we doing? Right, so we're going to do that. We're going to talk to Akame because she has a request for us. So we're going to go see Mizuo. It's actually a little bit faster to go this top route to go see Missouri every time. But the other times there's not a area trigger there. During this visit, there's an area trigger here. So even if that fight spawn got me, I'd be fine. Right, so he tells us that a guy attacked him and then stole some stuff from him because this man just cannot keep his stuff inside his property. So we're going to go over to the park here and, you know, punch a guy over it.
Let's go.
And of course, because there's more than one person, cigarette time. Of course I whiff. There you go. Oh, nice dash at the end as well. Nice dash cancel. Alright, that's that guy dealt with. Alright. Can't believe bro got a broken arm. Right, now we've done that, we're just going to go to sleep on the sofa. Relatable moment. Right, so now we've stepped on the sofa. We're going to await a call from Saruno. Because basically Saruno's just nicked a ton of money from Nishitani despite kind of working for him. And we're just going to run around Sotenbori and spend it in a second. Oh, I always press up there like a dummy. Right, turn around here. There we go. So this is the night of debauchery, is what I like to call it. So we're gonna go around Sotenbori, partake in some activities, you know, punch some guys that try and attack us, and kind of have just a good time with the boys, actually.
Try it.
Oh no! I've just messed this up entirely. Don't worry about it. I have done nothing wrong. Not even punished. I didn't mean to change styles. If you change styles there, it can mistime the grenade timing. Don't worry about it. I got hit by the blast. Don't worry about it. I'm fine. Right. So we're gonna go to golf now. Unfortunately, well, fortunately for me, unfortunately for people like anybody watching this, I don't have to actually play the mini games. I just have to exit them and leave. So the whole gimmick is that you play them, and then if you win, there's different dialogue and stuff. But if you just leave or lose, there's obviously a different set of dialogue. Nice try, but I win. Right, so we got another thing to go through. Right, so there's actually a few fights around the city from the Kijin clan. We've optimized the route to only do 2 of them. So the route we take is fairly specific, and we have to go the way that I'm gonna go around here in order to, like, you know, reduce the amount of fights, because obviously less fights is better, because you don't get this animation, you don't get the ending, you don't have the obviously the RNG of said fight. I'm gonna just like go over here, kick bro. Oh, they actually just dealt with him. Nice.
Have a little rest.
Right. Another thing you want to try and do is want to try and end as close to this stairwell as possible in that fight. This is the karaoke bar. Sorry guys, no karaoke here. Yeah, I'm just gonna ruin everyone's night. Right. Even though it faces that way, we need to go back this way because we need to go to the billiards. There we go. Cool. Right, now there's going to be a bit of text at the end here. You don't actually want to, you know, like, skip this text because it can teleport you to a weird place if you do it at the wrong time. I'm just going to masher it. Like that. Right, so as I said, there's going to be no more fights in this section now. We've done the only 2 that we need to do. There are other fights around, and I can point them out, but we don't need to go and do them. There is one to the right at the end of this street. So if you go down there too far, there's a fight down there if you see them. There's also one at the end of this street as well. But we're going to go into Ebisu Pawn and we're going to buy ourselves a nice formal suit. The formal attire. And then now we're going to go get big meal with the boys. So we're going to go into this establishment and eat our fill. And that's kind of the end of the night at debauchery. We spent a bunch of money. So we're gonna go to bed now because we got to get up tomorrow morning and go punch some more guys.
Hey, hang on.
Right, there we go. We're gonna rest. Right, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the Grand. If you played other Yakuza games, the Grand is used in a lot of different like story bits and other things like that. So there's a fight we have to do outside the Grand with 2 guys. If I get lucky, I pick up a cone and they just both get clapped by said cone, and I kind of want that to happen. So we're gonna flip the camera around, run around. Oh, failed to grab the cone, but get the double hit anyway because of course I do. So that saves a little bit of time of having to swing twice. Right, so now we're gonna go inside the Grand, and there's more guys in here because of course there are. And, you know, there's a group of people, and we got a grenade, so what we're going to do, we're going to throw a grenade at these guys. Oh, damn, a few people survived of the small fries. Okay, can I, like, not fly over them, please? There we go. Guy got kicked. I can't believe he actually did his like mortal attack thing. That's kind of rare for that guy to do that. Luckily, I didn't even try and dodge it. I just was not near him when he swung. Right, now that we've done that, we've lured enough guys away from the castle. The whole point of this is to spend all their money and get them away from the castle to chase us. And then while they're kind of weakened in their forces, we run in and take over the castle despite trying to also run around everywhere in Sotenbori. So, you know, there's another big fight we've got to do here with the Gaiden clan. So, you know, what we're going to do? We're going to do our old reliable. We're going to throw a cigarette at them. So only the guys with the big HP bars should survive if you get like a good grenade hit. And ideally you just kick them over and over. Oh my god, that was not it. Oh, that was nice at the end. Alright, so now we dealt with those guys. We're going to take over now. Now that we're, you know, kings of said boat, because of course we are. We're going to get challenged by a new set of fighters. These are the Colosseum Kings. So after I'd skip these cutscenes, we've got to fight the first of the Colosseum Kings for the first time. This guy's name is Dan Brody. He's kind of just a guy who wears clown makeup and has a knife. Here he is, Dan Brody. So we're going to go into EX. We're going to hit him a few times. And when he starts glowing yellow-orange, sorry, we're going to hit him with Ultimate Essence and just end him. And that's how to deal with Dan Brody. Right, I don't have any heat, so I need to actually use one of my items to heal it. Luckily, I've got Refreshment of the Sky King. That's kind of why you pick it up. Because it's really useful for just grabbing a bar of heat. Because you only need one for the next section to get, you know, everything started all over again. So there you go, I just have that back now. Right, so before we do anything, we're going to go sleep on the sofa. Alright, now we're going to go over to ground again. So if there's a fight spawn that catches me here, it's actually kind of useful, because I can actually use that to gain some more heat, but also to... Actually, let's just get caught. So now I can jet propulse to the end. There we go. And luckily this is an area trigger, so it just despawns the fight when you get there. And that saves like a couple of seconds. Alright, more Gaiden clan, and they're a bit spread out, so this one's a little bit more awkward, but we're gonna throw a cigarette kind of in this direction. Right. Okay, hit that guy. Hopefully Shishido deals with the rest of the guys, so we're just going to leave him to it. No, he's going to come at me and try and ruin my day. Okay, that wasn't too bad. If that hit me, that would have actually like rebounded me off the floor and ragdolled me. It doesn't do any damage to you, luckily. It just kind of hits you around and bounces you all over the place. Right, we're actually in a set piece now. This is the set piece that ends off the split of chapter 4. So we're just gonna go around this kind of warehouse and just throw grenades everywhere. Oh god, I didn't mean to get hit by that. Full throttle.
You boys got any idea where the fuck you are?
Alright, I'm gonna aim this one a little bit weirdly. We're gonna run past this guy. Kind of aim it here and hopefully it works. I didn't mean to do that. Thank you, Shishido. Pick up potted plant, open the door with it. Oh, pick up potted plant, open the door with it. There we go. He says something to us there. Oh no, what am I doing? Pick up the potted plant, please. Okay, I no longer have potted plant. We are cooked. Guess we're just gonna kick this man now. Right now we're gonna use the jet boots to run around this area. I say run, propulse around this area. Alright, we're gonna be using heavy attacks and dashing out of them to, you know, cut animation short.
Smoking, here we go.
Blow those guys up. Punch that guy, punch that guy. She's gonna take care of that guy. Thank you, man.
Let's go.
Right. Do it again, because of course we do. Oh my god. Right, a lot of enemies here, and we've got to blow them up again. Oh my god, she's getting cooked by this man. Bro's running into the table over there. Oh, I don't know what he's doing. We're going to use this to gain a bit more heat real quick. There we go. I'm going to punch this man. There you go.
Let's go.
Up here.
How about this?
Right, and into here. So this is the second boss fight with Nishitani. So we're going to go into EX mode. We're going to walk forward. We're going to hit him with Ultimate Essence. Oh, and again, flashbang warning. He will throw a flash grenade during this fight. Just depends on when he'll decide to do it. Pick up a table. It's a very important table. So during this, he'll just disappear into the fire, then he'll come out and attack us. We're just going to kick him. We're going to walk at him with that. He just threw the grenade. There we go. Hit him with the table. And we just kick him a few times, and that's the end of Nishitani. Alright, we're going into the finale now. So this is the last chapter. I can't talk. Chapter, there we go. There we go. Skip that cutscene. Alright. Final chapter, the man who erased his name. That's what the game's called. Oh my word! Right, so now that we've done that, we're going to go sleep on Kame's sofa again. Just, you know, we just had a real rough evening there, so just go sleep on the sofa. So we're going to teleport to it through the castle like usual. Oh, if I can actually do movement, that'd be amazing. There we go. And now we're going to go back to the Daidoji bit. So while I'm doing that, Zona, have you got anything you want to say?
Yeah, since you said yourself we're getting close to the end of this run, I would like to invite all the viewers at home, because, you know, Yakuza is a very popular franchise with a very strong fan base. How about we get a little donation train going here with, like, you know, $5 or something? You all let us know which one's your favorite Yakuza game or Yakuza spin-off game, because, you know, that's surely that's an interesting point of conversation. Rebel, what's your... Yeah. I know you're kind of, you know, you enjoy this series. What's your favorite Yakuza game and why?
Kind of hard to pick one. For a while it was Yakuza 6, then I kind of stopped playing that one. And then it was like Yakuza 3. And then it was this game. and then it's Lost Judgment. It just changes all the time for me. But I think if I had to pick one, I think I'd say Lost Judgment might be my favorite one.
Yeah, if you think he's wrong, donate and tell us why he's wrong.
Right. Now we've, you know, disappeared for a month, apparently. We're going to go sleep on a Kame sofa again. Because, you know, where else would we sleep? Like, not a hotel or anything like that. We're just going to go sleep on this woman's sofa. Alright. Serena's going to appear and ask if we'll ever forgive him. And we just say, I'll never forgive you. And then we're going to talk to the sofa. And that's the point of no return. So now that I've talked to that sofa, we're actually in the final part of this run. So now it's just basically all fights till the end. This is the construction area, or the construction fight. There's kind of 2 sections to this fight. 3 if you really want to be specific. So the first bit here, we're just going to use Ultimate Essence on Shishido. This ends the first phase of it. We're going to hold guard because he's going to flashbang us. I forgot the warning. Sorry about that. We're going to run up here, grab a shovel, because what else are we going to need? You can do better than that, I heard in the background there. So Nishitani kind of is still around, and he's up here. This is like the only part of the run where I could actually, like, you know, tank a death if, like, stuff doesn't really go my way. Because Nishitani here is kind of, like, wildly swings his sword around and doesn't really care what I'm doing. And there's 2 guys with guns up here, and as I said, guns are amazingly annoying. And we're not going to deal with the guy with the guns, because why would we do that? Gonna hit him a couple times. There we go. He's down. 07 bro's face, actually. That shovel must have hurt. And now we're just going to kick him off the top of this construction area. Right, so there's a couple of other guys that get left at the end here. So the person we want to deal with is Shishido. And this should get rid of Shishido. Right, ideally now I want to find the guy with the gun. Who's over here. And pick up the gun. Pop, pop, pop.
Let's go.
Oh, I actually got the quick change at the end there. Insane. Alright, so yeah, just pop a few guys with the gun. They're not dead, don't worry. As I said, he doesn't kill people. Right, now that we've done that, so the whole point of that is during the story of Yakuza Like a Dragon, the Omi Alliance and the Tojo clan kind of dissolve and like no longer exist. And this is that section of the game story. Because Kiryu is there as a bodyguard to Watase. Right, I need to just finish off these guys now. One more guy at the end. Okay. Can I hit him, please? Thank you.
Joey, more enemies are coming in from over there.
Right, so there's one more wave we've got to deal with inside here. So Kiryu here is going to push the guys outside of the room and close the door behind him because he's, you know, nice. He'll leave the guys to fight on the inside.
Sorry, no one gets.
Right, so we're going to run over or jet boot over probably. That's going to be faster.
You'll have to get through me.
I say run, and I mean we're going to put on the propulsion and just run over here. Turn around here, throw this grenade in kind of this general direction. And hit as many guys as I can with my combos. Dashing out of all of them if possible. So I had to gain a heat bar back there, so I just quickly menued it in the middle of my combo. Right, now that we dealt with those guys, we're going to go outside the Omi Alliance, and we're going to have to fight some more guys. But we get a little special cutscene for this. So we're here with some very popular Yakuza characters. We've got Daigo, got Saejima, and we've got a nice appearance from Majima here as well. And of course, for the fans, the shirts did come off. Right, so Shishido here kind of is like, no, we're not dissolving the Yakuza. What the hell are you talking about? We don't know how to live any other way, so we're going to deal with Shishido's kind of rebellion here. Right, I got hit deliberately there because it puts me in a better position here to throw this grenade here. Now I can just hit these guys. I'm going to leave those guys at the back for Saejima. Oh, Saijima's over here, apparently. Break that guy's arm. There's another guy over here. Oh, I went straight over him. Oh my god, the boys just went ham on him. Holy, I just like, get him out of here. Right, so now we've done that, we're actually in final boss territory now. This is Shishido. So Shishido has a few phases we've got to go through. I will call time when we're at the... Obviously, I'll tell you when we're at the final phase, and I'll call time at the right time. So, yeah, Kiryu's blocking a sword with his bare hands there. That's kind of metal, actually, that is. So, basically, before I fight this guy, we don't have any heat. So I'm basically going to empty the medicine cabinet and drink 2 sakes. Just, you know, to prepare for the fight. So now that I'm drunk and full of adrenaline, we're going to punch this man a few times. So yeah, that's phase 1 done. So here's my favorite voice line in English. Makes me laugh every time. Come here. Right, so one kind of cool thing about this fight, in one of the older Yakuza games, there's actually a fight where like you go through all of the Tojo clan and you destroy parts of the Tojo clan as part of the fight. And like this is kind of a bit of a callback to it, but instead of it being in the Tojo clan, you're in the Omi Alliance building, which you do visit a few times in the series at different points in time and do different things. But it's kind of cool just to see it get actually destroyed by these 2 guys just deciding to have a bit of a scuff with each other. We're going to do this heat action again. One thing that doesn't really come up much is something called heat move staling. If you spam the same heat move over and over again, it actually does less damage until you do a different heat move. So we're actually going to finish this phase here. That's phase 2. And then he's going to grab another sword, because of course he's got another sword. Just, you know, waiting for him to try and stab me with it. And yeah, so during the 3rd phase, we're actually going to do a different heat action to, you know, reset the staling on the big one that we do to make sure it does enough damage in the last couple we need to use on it. Oh, he's going to drop the chandelier on us. Don't worry about that. It'll despawn in a second. It's fine. Alright, so just going to make sure I don't accidentally... I need this. Hit him with the plant pot. Oh, not that one. Drink China Maximum. Go into heat. There we go, and that should end phase 3. So phase 4 is the final phase, and time comes up at the end of it. There's a QTE, so it's pretty easy, and I will tell you when it is. So before we do that, Kiryu's going to nick this guy's sword from him and hit him with the hilt of it. It's also pretty good. But then also Kiryu has kind of no idea how to use a sword in this cutscene, because it gets like stopped immediately. And now we're going to use Spider Gadget, because of course we are. Let's go. Also, these guys have like Herculean strength to be able to do stuff like this. Also, I'm surprised they don't have a concussion from falling all the way from the top floor to the bottom, to like near the bottom floor. I forgot to mention that, by the way. They fall quite a way and just get up and go, no, I'm still swinging, bro. So we're gonna walk up to this guy, do our ultimate essence, and then we got a little bit of cleanup we got to do at the end of it to make sure his HP bar's down. Roll back. Oh, he rolled the side. That is a mix-up, bro. Right. So times at the end of this QTE, I will call it. It's on the final input. To make sure I get this right. It is triangle. I know what the button's going to be, but you know when you're watching a QTE and you're like, do I get the button right? And time. So that was Like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name. Thank you, ESA, for asking me to, you know, fill in for an unfortunate cancellation. But yeah, shout outs to the Yakuza community. Shout outs to the guys that, you know, do runs of this game, like through there's PS Carla, there's a few other people, Streetback guys done some stuff with this game. If you want to learn any of the Yakuza games, you can go on the speedrun.com and join the Discord. You can also look on leaderboards, there's notes for them everywhere. But yeah, I'll be around a few more times the rest of this week, so you'll probably be bored of hearing my voice by the end of it. But yeah, that's it from me. Zonorous, if you want to take it away, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Rebel Dragon, for that amazing run. Right just a second ago, we was a donation coming in from Ragged Dan, $15, saying, as we plow on into the night, jazz punks are go. Great job from Rebel Dragon on the Yakuza game. A good reminder to check out the series. I fully agree. If you haven't played any of them, you probably should, including myself. Hee hee. Yep, thanks for that. We're going to jump into a quick intermission, and after that, we'll get to see Jazz Punks by Useless Brit. So please don't go anywhere.